T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Public service announcement. I need all my Titan fans to come on down. Grab you some popcorn, grab you a drink. Titans Colosseum in the building.
Yeah, not boy, I'm in the game. Still ballin' out, never change. I be rapping my hometown, but the whole city really knew my name. Boss talk, I don't do favors. Yeah, we signing deals with the top players. We just started this lifestyle. We be having all kind of haters. I'm a man, they better come give me one of us in, but I'm 250. If they come at me sideways, I'm a stiff arm like Derrick Henry. Now listen, we're not the same. EA Sports, boy, I'm in the game. I be rapping my city, dog. Got a tight logo hanging on the chain. Big money, big moves, new stadium on the way. Nashville, we hold it down. We the one team that you don't want to play. They be trying to talk down on us. I just laugh at them and I walk away. I don't tolerate disrespect. Might shoot a fade, penny hard away. Big money, big moves, new stadium on the way. Nashville, we hold it down. We the one team that you don't want to play. We be putting in the hard work, so we coming in with all kind of skill. I be living in the end zone. My finger roll like Tannehill. What's pop?
Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Titans Colosseum Podcast. RJ Firestone, how y'all feeling today?
Man, feeling good, man. We got a big surprise in the building, man. I don't think people knew we was gonna be doing it like this, man.
Yeah, man, very excited. Got a very special guest, man. I'm just, we ready. We usually have some intros and some talks here, but man, I'm just ready to get into some two-tone business and talk some football with our special guest today, man.
Man, I gotta turn them up, man, before we get started, man. We got one of UT Martin greats in the building and current Tennessee Titan, Colton Dowell. Y'all give it up for Colton Dowell.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Colton,
sir. Glad to be here. Glad to be here, man. Ain't nothing going on. Hey, RJ, was that you rapping?
Yeah, man, that's me, man.
Yeah, like that, man.
Hey, man, hey, be spitting the ball, man. I got seen my page, man. You know what I'm saying? You can go and listen, bump some of my stuff, man. Show it to some of them Titans, man. I promise you, I'll be going in, bro.
Yeah, you talking, bro. That was tough. I started smiling as soon as I heard it. I was like, that's RJ rapping right now.
Hey, the new intro, man.
Play the guitar over one of them RJ songs, man.
Hey, man, let you know, Colton, man, the new intro that I just wrote it today, man. Oh my goodness, it's unbelievable, man. I can't wait to record it, man. I promise.
The whole video too. That's a hype video, man. I'm sitting here.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta get you on there, man. We need you to score some TDs, man, so we can put you on there, man.
That's the goal. Score TDs so I get on Titan Colosseum intro.
Oh, definitely.
That's the goal. Okay.
I put that one together, and I got another hype video coming up for here soon. Been working on that. Showed the guys too, and man, that motherfucker's about to be ready too and jumping. I'm excited for this next season, man. I've been scouting, looking for clips everywhere. Don't worry, I've been looking at your UT Martin clips and all that stuff, man. Leading wide receiver over there, UT Martin, bro. We got to get you in for sure. Nashville native or Tennessee native, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. No,
I like how living it right up the street, man. He Nashville all the way, man. He grew up a Titans fan, man.
No doubt.
Hey, Colton, as soon as you scored your first Titans TD, man, we're gonna put you on. That's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna put you on the show, man. You're gonna be the first one on there, man. It's because you rock with us, man. You know,
no doubt, for sure, man. Y'all got something going, man. This is legit,
right? Yeah, for sure, man. We're gonna go ahead and get it started, though, man. Of course, man, you the hometown hero, man. Grew up a Titans fan, man. How did you become a Titan fan outside of, growing up in the Middle Tennessee area?
Yeah, so it's actually pretty crazy. So I started out liking the Steelers, man. Unfortunately, you know what it is. It is what it is. I really like Santonio. I really like Santonio Holmes, dude. And that touchdown catch was just the icing on the cake for me, you know. But you know, as I got older and got more mature, I was able to go to Titans games, and I was able to go watch players like, you know, Cortland Finnegan and Michael Griffin and all those powerhouses, you know, that came from Tennessee, like Nate Washington. He was on the Steelers and went to the Titans, man. Justin Hunt, all of them. Justin Gage, my bad. And nah, dude, they were all just they were easy to follow, you know, because I was so close. And I just fell in love with you know, Titans. T-Rack, you know, he was a big hopping on them four-wheelers and riding around the stadium and everything. But nah, dude, just watching them growing up and having that quality time with my dad, watching the games, and me, him, and my brother would go, and then it just turned me into a Titans fan, and I've liked them ever since.
Yeah, man, and
Cool.
I know for me, like watching your story and your background when you became a Titan and seeing everything, I was like, man, like what, one catch senior year, then you go into UT Martin, and now you leave UT Martin as the leading receiver at UT Martin. So what was it like going from having to fight that adversity for going from a high school that didn't give you too many reps or too many showings to get to the colleges that you might have wanted to go to, like Tennessee and Alabama, then to working, improving, leading wide receiver receiving yards at your college that you're at, then going into the NFL, into the draft, and getting drafted by the hometown team that you're a fan of?
Yeah, man. You know, first off, God, he really helped me. He helped me out a lot, and it's legit because, you know, first off, faith is foremost. But you know, he blessed me with a growth spurt my junior year to senior year. I kid you not, grew 8 inches. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to fill out pretty quickly. So you know that aided me, and then just the continuation of just that hard work, because I never got. I pick up on things easy, but nothing's ever given to me easy. You know what I'm saying? I've always had to work for it, and nothing's ever been handed to me. So just that hard work that I got from, you know, spending 3 years in high school. You know how debilitating that is for a receiver in high school? 3 years never having a catch. You know how many jokes? You know how many jokes? I'm just being honest, bro. There's a lot of jokes out there for you know, people who love football and never, you know, perform. So you know, just you know, having that chip on my shoulder always, and knowing that I'm never good enough, I'm never the best at what I do. It just keeps driving me. But honestly, all I needed was an opportunity, and from high school, my coach gave me that opportunity, gave me the reins, that senior year, and then going from high school and starting all the way back over, redshirting, you know, sitting behind some really good athletes and learning from them, and then, you know, just waiting on that next opportunity. You know, it led to me, you know, being all-time leading receiver at UT Martin. And dude, people don't understand how simple it is to be successful. They don't understand, man. All you got to do is keep working hard. No matter if you fail at something or not, everybody fails the first time, you know. And if you don't fail the first time, you're going to fail at some point in time. So just being able to push through all the failures and naysayers and you know, people that don't believe in my dream, just pushing through all that was paramount in me having the success I needed to have to, you know, make it to the Titans. And now I'm starting all the way back over, and I got to work back up. And you know, I'm extremely blessed, and I'm looking forward to really, you know, buying in and finding a spot, you know, on this team and being able to help. But I'm sure you guys know the same thing with this with podcasts and entering in this realm is you got to work, you got to keep going, and I'm sure y'all have had people say like, "What are y'all doing? What are you doing?" You know, so I mean, we can identify with each other a lot on, you know, what it takes to be successful. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll say this though, Colton, your work has definitely did not go unnoticed, especially for me, because obviously I'm a Tennessee Vols fan. So I watch every game, man. I definitely watch the game. Because we play UT Martin, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy, dub. You know what I'm saying? We just got more talent than y'all. But then I'm watching this, I'm like, bro, who is this receiver? Man, he keep killing us. I'm like, who the hell Colton Dowell? Like, why is he killing us? This man had 100 yards in the first quarter. Like, I'm like, man, our defense, man. I was like, man, we can't stop this guy. Yeah, no. Man, you was killing us, bro.
And that game was huge for me. I knew going in that if I wanted the opportunity to play, I had to make something happen this game. If number 0, I forgot his name, Slaughter maybe. If he wouldn't,
Yeah,
if he was
Slaughter, yeah.
If he wouldn't have came and he laid a hit on me, man. He got me. I'm diving for the seam. He came in, he popped me. If he wouldn't have popped me, man, I had 112 that game in 3 quarters. I think I could have got to like 175, and I was trying to score.
Like you had like 200 yards on us, bro.
Every scout that I talked to, that's the first thing, and that's really all they wanted to talk about was that Tennessee game, and then there was a Boise State game too, but they all only wanted to talk. That game was such a blessing to me, and that's another opportunity that God blessed me with, and I was able to maximize. Yeah,
you did against the big boys, man. I mean, like I said, I'm a Vols fan, and I noticed you. You know what I'm saying? Man? No, if I noticed you, I know that the scouts, the NFL scouts, most definitely noticed you, and it's a blessing because you're here now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So, like going into that game too, to touch a little bit more on that Tennessee game, was that something y'all game plan? Like that week coming up, you knew that, like, okay, you and the coaching staff knew, like, all right, I can get open. We can exploit a weakness, or was it just one of those things where you just woke up in the morning, felt dangerous, and went out there and performed?
Yeah, man. I would love to say it's the latter. I always felt dangerous, in high school, and I still to this day feel like can't nobody guard me, can't nobody run with me. But me and our quarterback, Dresser Wynn, dude, we had a connection that senior year, and half the times he was just like, dude, I'm just gonna throw it, and you're gonna run under it, or you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw you open. We had a really good connection, and it just our fruits were evident that Tennessee game, man. I think he ended up with like 300 yards. It was a good day for the both of us. I think we knew how important that game was, to our careers. So we gave it all we had.
So, Colton, of course, that game against the Vols, many may look at that as your standout game. So, when the season ends, you got, NFL dreams or whatnot. And just talk about your draft process and, how that started, how you felt when you got the call, and your first day, stepping in that Titans facility as a player, as a member of the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah. So, man, dude, let me tell y'all first, dude. Last year is probably one of the longest years of my life, because you go from draft prep, which starts late December, early January, and then you roll in post-draft. Either you get picked up in the draft or you don't, and then you have OTAs, and then you have the rookie stay for 2 extra weeks after OTAs, and then you go on, and it's a super long year. But no, going into the draft, I trained at a spot in Nashville, actually, X3. Shout out Coop, over there at Boost Fitness off West End, and we started, and I've always been I've always looked really good on paper. I've always tested well. I attacked all the workouts that they give us because I know how important they are. But I already had a good base, and I knew I was going to be fast. I knew I was going to jump. I really went into training for the draft. How do I say it? Very not cocky, but confident that I was going to perform. Because I've been doing this my whole life. I've been running straight line 40 yards my whole life. Playing football. So I wasn't too worried about that. So we get to our first test day, and that's in Martin. Of course, it's outside. We don't have an indoor. Wind's blowing, and all I did was jump and bench, and I ran routes. And scouts were like, "This guy thinks he's not going to run in front of us." Of course, there's only 4 teams there. It's UT Martin, right? No one wants to come to West Tennessee. So they're like, "Oh, blah blah blah, blase blase. You don't want to run this, that, and the third." I was like, "Okay, whatever. I'll show you when we go to Knoxville, in 5 days that I can run." And so I tested. I mean, I jumped. It was like 42. Bench press 23. Like I had really good numbers, really, really good, solid numbers that I was proud of, and I knew that was going to help me. So fast forward 5 days, we get to Knoxville. Boom, we run the 40. And it's the funniest thing because you can see, you don't see the scouts when you run, but you see them after. And if you run and everybody just clicks that and they set it down, you know, you probably didn't do too well. But when you run and they click it and they're comparing and they're doing all that game, you're like, okay, I put something out there. So I ran and I took a peek back and they were looking. And I was like, all right, cool, check one. Didn't know what I ran. It ended up being a 4.40, 4.41, something like that. Maybe 4.42 actually. And yeah, dude, that just kind of solidified everything. That was the biggest question for some reason, was my speed. Like, if you watch my highlight film and the film that scouts watch, all my routes they're just deep balls. Boom, post, blazers, you know, they're just deep balls. So like, it's like, what are you talking about? I can't run, dude. That's all my catches are, just running straight down the field and catching it on my shoulder, dude. What are you talking about? So we checked that box off, man, and then we got down to the local day, which was a huge. If I didn't go to that local day and didn't perform, I wouldn't be with the Titans now. People have told me that in the Titans facility, like, dude, that local day is what got you here. So boom, crushed the local day, get drafted, man. My whole family's there. I mean, it was just surreal, man. I looked on my phone and I saw a 615 number. I was like, who is calling me right now? I'm trying to see if I'm gonna get drafted or I'm gonna have to do a free agent deal. Who's calling me right now? And I looked down and it said Tennessee Titans Football Incorporated. I was like, oh snap, here we go. And, it was towards the end of the draft, so I didn't know if they were preparing me for a free agent deal or whatever. I just knew it was a good thing coming. And dude, Rand answered the phone, and I was like, no freaking way. This is Rand right now. This ain't no way, bro. And yeah, dude, I answered it. Dude, you'd have thought I got drafted first round, number 1 overall. Dude, I was just the feeling, the weight lifted off my shoulders, and I'm staying 30 minutes away from where I grew up, dude. It was just it. I mean, only God could write that story. I mean, I have no other way to explain how I'm in Tennessee right now. But yeah, man, going through that, dude, it was awesome. Very big for my family and very big for me, man. I've grown so much since being in the NFL.
So it's before coming up to that, like, you went to the local day and everything, but did you kind of have a sense that Titans might draft you at that time? Did you kind of have people in your ear letting you know what grade you might be going and what round that you might be going on? And was you like, what was it like that last day trying to sit there like, all right, we're round 7. What was it? How did you handle all those emotions and anxiety while you're just sitting there waiting, watching every pick come until you get the call?
Yeah, I did not know how long the third day of the draft was until I sat there and I was just waiting the whole time. It's so long.
Yeah, I can only imagine being trying to get drafted.
Dude, I'm just sitting there, and because my grade was 6th, 7th round or preferred free agent, and for some reason I don't know what time the draft starts on Saturdays, like 10 o'clock or something like that, something crazy. As soon as I wake up, I put it on. It's in the 4th round. I'm like, well, I got so many hours before I need to be really worried about this. But no, dude, going into the local day, I didn't think the Titans were going to draft me. I didn't even know that they. Well, I knew that they wanted me like as a free agent. I didn't know that they were willing to pull the trigger. So, dude, I thought I was going to Philadelphia, dude. I thought we were going there. I thought we had talked to their scouts, and they were really into me. They liked me a lot, and I'm kind of glad I didn't go there because they drafted a special teamer in the 6th round or something, and that was my spot. So that wouldn't have been a good mix for me. But no, had no inclination that the Titans were going to draft me until I got that call, dude, and it was huge, man. I still can't really explain it, man. It was just a dream come true, man. I feel like I didn't deserve it, because everybody dreams. Every kid that plays football has that dream, and I don't want to say I felt guilty, but I kind of felt like, dang, dude, this is bigger than I really know it is, And as I went through my last year, I've grown to appreciate that a whole bunch more, and I finally this offseason, and quite frankly with my ACL tear, it's given me a lot of time to decompress and really think about and really become more grateful and have that gratitude of, man, this is a dream I'm living. This is not real life, and I'm extremely blessed. He's really given me a really good ride so far.
But man, you definitely deserve it, bro. To come from the high school career that you have, then go to college and then leave that college, the leading wide receiver there and holding that, and then getting into the NFL, bro. You put in work, you grinded, you definitely deserve it, and you definitely earned it. And I know that we talked about this a little bit off camera, but just so Titans fan know, how's that knee going? How's that recovery going for you?
Yeah, no, it's going good. Like I said earlier, man, started running Tuesday. Went really well. I'm really excited with how strong it is, and honestly, how much faith I have in my knee. Because they say the biggest thing with ACLs, it's like mental, dude. You don't want to take that first step. And I've fought some battles, dude. You never realize. I'll put it this way: I never knew how old people felt looking at stairs until I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna make it up these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 stairs. I don't know if I can do that. Where's the ramp at? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way.
Yeah, me and RJ can relate.
Yeah, I tore my patella tendon, man. I wouldn't have. I was a whole different person, man. I like, dog, I can't even go upstairs. I ain't go upstairs for like a whole month.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then you think about things, like you think about taking that next step. You think about, jumping or moving too quick. And it's just like, but nah, dude, Mike, Mika and Rachel and the Titans training staff, dude, they've done a lot. They've done a lot for my mental. I've came in there days and I didn't want to do anything. And then, they just pull it out of you. I don't know how they do it, but they pull that drive out of me, and everything's going just how it's supposed to. And I'm looking at a pretty timely recovery. I think I'm on track.
So I got a question. So how we can get a little bit to what's inside of the facility. So how is Rand Carthon like as a person, man? Because I know like with him, man, I know he has a very outgoing personality.
Yeah, no, he's a cool dude, man. I don't want to just freaking gush over him or anything, but he's a baller. I mean, you can tell by the way he the moves he makes and the different tactics he has that he's very technical about what he does. But he's really cool, man. He'll walk in the team meetings, he'll give everybody knuckles and stuff. He'll talk to you. Very relaxing, very calming presence he has. And he lets you know you're wanted. So not a lot of GMs do that. And he's one of the good ones, man. And as you can see in this last draft, dude, he's and these moves he's just made, dude, he's about the Titans. He's about the success, and I think that's the biggest thing with him is he's success driven, dude. And when you're a good person and you're success driven, dude, the sky is not even a limit, dude. It's space. It's way out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. So Colton, we know local guy. No, we done brought that up, but local guy or whatnot. Rookie's coming in. You gonna throw him out for a night around the town? Have you already done that?
Man, I am local, dude, but I tell you what, Lebanon is 30 minutes away. And growing up, I stayed even further. I stayed at Tucker's Crossroads. So add about 15, 20 minutes to that. I didn't really get out into Nashville, but I mean, I can show them around though. That's for sure. Go to Penn's or something like that. A little chill vibe. Stay away from Broadway. The only bad things happen on Broadway.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you know how
Broadway is to be on Broadway.
Broadway's it's a once every 2 months type deal, man.
That's how I am with it, man. I used to go every week, but now I'm just like, man, they be like, you trying to go downtown? I'm like, nah, bro. Give me next month, bro. I'll go downtown.
You know how many stairs are there in downtown in them bars? Every bars is taking up stairs. He's already sitting here calculating and counting stairs.
You'll have a memorable time, but it's like, man, once you can't go all the time, man. It's just not a good feeling, man. You gonna kill it.
I mean, Broadway. I tell you what, man. Go down Broadway, and you're gonna have about 3-4 days of recovery after that, and it's just it's fun though. I love it. I love Aldean's, freaking all them rooftop bars, dude.
Yeah,
it's a fun time, man. But you got to be a certain breed to be able to do that every week, every day. Not for me,
man. I did it 3 weekends in a row, and this past weekend was my first weekend just chilling. And I just thought to myself, yeah, I was doing too much, man. I got to sit down somewhere, moving in the new crib. I got to save some money. Then just being out on Broadway, you know what's going on, man. We drinking, partying, doing whatever, and then you just said it, man. You feel like you gonna need about 2 or 3 days of recovery.
No, you gotta pay the piper every time, man. Broadway gonna make you pay for it every time.
So I gotta ask you something, man. So I know you just seen the newest edition with Tyler Boyd, man, and you was also here whenever we first got DeAndre Hopkins too. Like, how was it with DeAndre? Like when you found out, okay, we getting DeAndre Hopkins, and also when you found out when we getting Tyler Boyd and Calvin Ridley, like all those guys.
Yeah, I mean, everybody expects that first thought to be like, oh man, I'm a receiver. They're receivers. They got names for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to me, I'm a worker, man. I don't shy away from too much, competition, dude. If I'll go out there and I put everything I have out there, there's nothing left for me to be upset about. You better than me. You deserve it more than me, I guess. But no, dude. Whenever D-Hop got there, because we all watched D-Hop growing up. We all watched, you know what I'm saying? We all, not idolize them, but put him on a pedestal where, like, he's the man.
Top 3,
Him coming into Nashville and honestly being as receptive as he was to, a young guy like me that I don't have a name. I haven't made a name for myself. Why are you talking to me? It really just gave me the confidence, of, dude, it's just ball, man. He's just a person that plays football, dude, and I'm the same thing. So let's do this together, dude. Let's push each other, and that's how I'm gonna attack watching Tyler Boyd, and then eventually, when I'm healthy playing with him, is because that dude has a lot in his bag. We watch film. He has a lot in his bag, man, and if I can just get, a couple of them tools, dude, I'll be set, even if it's not in Nashville, I'll be set wherever I go because, you got a deep bag, dude. Let me have some of it. You know what I'm saying? and I've taken a little bit from D-Hop. I've taken from Nick Westbrook. I've taken from all of them. Kyle Phillips, all of them. They've taught me so much. But to have those people like, D-Hop, Tyler Boyd, and Calvin Ridley, people that have those, those God-given talents and it's just fun to watch them. It's fun to watch and see what I can learn from them. And it's just cool to be around them too, man. And, just to see how they work, see what a high level person thinks about on a daily basis. That's that's huge for, a young man like me trying to grow up. So no, I'm excited to eventually, get to meet Tyler and learn from him. And I'm excited for what he's going to do too, because he's going to be right, man. It's going to be 15 yards every catch. That's just what he does.
That's why I'm happy, man. Because like now you was just around nothing but just people that's done this at a high level, man. Every single day, man. You get to soak that up, and when it's your opportunity to go out there on that field, man, I know you're gonna kill it, man, for real.
No doubt.
We talked about a little bit, like everybody's making these jokes, like, oh, Titans getting these older wide receivers, but outside those 3, we got a young wide receiver room, so it's always good to have those mentorships. And we was talking about this a little bit as well, is that when we was talking about last year before D-Hop got here, we are talking about Traylon Burks and Chigaquanko being the leaders in the wide receiver room. So now you actually got some leaders in there for some young guys that can learn, that ain't got to be thrust into the leadership role, that can now actually learn from somebody, learn not only, all right, pick up the game with the speed of the NFL, but also how do I be a pro? How do I take care of my body? How do I handle off seasons? And then how do I handle all these other things that are coming into play? So I know a lot of guys make jokes about that, but what is it like coming in when you was drafted, looking at a very, very young wide receiver room to now a wide receiver room that is packed with a bunch of mentors you can learn from?
Yeah. I'm just, like I said, dude, I'm just grateful, man. I mean, coming in, and first off, dude, Chig, funniest guy I know. First off, he's one of those all-time dudes, man. He's just, I mean, you never know what you're gonna get with him, man. He's gonna come, he's gonna say a joke or something, and he's just one of those people that's just, it's really fun to be around. Him and Josh Wiley they're a dynamic duo, man. It's insane. But coming in, to a younger receiver room. Everybody was kind of when I got there, it felt like I was just sniffing everybody out. All the young guys were, I think there was 4 or 5 of us. We were all just kind of staying to ourselves and figuring out where we fit into all this mess. Because when you're a rookie and you come into a NFL team, it seems like it's just a mess. It's just an ordered mess, and everything's flying, around, and having guys like Nick and Kyle that were younger, and Traylon that were young, and Mason too, that were younger, but they'd been there for a couple of years. It was good to it was a good usher into D-Hop. It was a good usher into Tyler Boyd. It's a good way to, I think of it like a staircase, man. Like you just keep climbing steps, and the higher you go, the more knowledge you're able to attain because of the people that are around you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just been really cool to learn from everybody. I pick up things that Coach Callahan says that seem like off comments, just little side comments, and you really get to understand how people think. And I think that was the best part about walking into that room and then seeing it evolve into something different. You really get to know people, and you really get to see how they think about different things, different situations that are going on.
Yeah, and it helps too. Tyler Boyd, and that's been like Brian Callahan's offense. So a new offense guy, having a guy in the room that kind of already knows that you kind of, all right, well, this new offense, he's doing this. What does he want? Like you can kind of ask that too. So that was that as a talented as Tyler Boyd is, when he came, I was like, that's another thing that helps. Is that this is actually a guy that knows this system that's going to help other guys figure out how they fit into this system as well. Go ahead, Marako.
Oh, okay. So, Cole, we know y'all done made some moves on the offensive side of the ball, brought in Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, but we got to switch over to defense, man. Iron sharpens iron, man. You already know, man, you got some dogs on defense now, man, that y'all going to be battling against here soon, man. So, talk about the moves y'all done made at cornerback, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna kind of put you on the spot with this one, man. Which one of them guys you looking forward to battling?
Man, L'Jarius Sneed and Awuzie. Yeah. No, dude, I mean, those are a couple other dudes, especially these past couple of years, that you watch NFL games, and they're mainly the main DBs, that are on SportsCenter or making highlight plays. So, it's gonna be a freaking battle, dude. We're loaded at receiver, and now we're loaded at defense, dude. It's gonna be a battle every day. And our new defensive coordinator,
Denard.
Yeah, Denard.
Yeah, I like Denard. I mean, it was Denard Wilson.
That dude right there. He talk about somebody with energy and a motivator, and somebody that can get people, to move quickly in an orderly fashion. That's what he's gonna do, man. So. I'm excited. And you pair those two corners with like Amani Hooker or Elijah Molden and just those intellectual safeties that we have. It's going to be fun to watch. And plus, we just drafted a D lineman. Pair him up with Jeffrey. Dude, that's a scary front and a scary back end. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man, we excited this year, man.
I can't wait to see them battles in camp, man.
Everything's falling into place, and I think that's one of the best things that this coaching staff has brought. Everything seems to fit, right where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was about to say too, Marako. I can just imagine like being on the sideline. Like, yeah, I'm excited to go like a wide receiver. I'm excited to go up against them in battle, and iron sharpens iron. But also at the same time, you can be over there at the sideline and be like, shit, D-Hop against Snead, Calvin Ridley against the oh yeah, I'm about to watch this. This is about to be exciting as hell. So, bro, bro, training camp, all this stuff to see is it's going to be so exciting to see. It's a wide receiver core I don't think ever have had before this deep. As Titans, and it's a DB core that we desperately needed for a long time too. So I'm excited to see what it's going to do. And bro, training camp is going to be beautiful to see what them clips come out.
We definitely gonna post your clip too, man. So once we see you making catches out there, we're gonna be reposting it.
No doubt. And listen, I'm telling you, watch for guys like like Kyle Phillips and Mason, they haven't been in an offense like this, where it's so free for receivers. So I mean, it's not going to surprise me when those two get a full head of steam in camp and they're running them choice routes or whatever routes they have in slot, and they're making waves too, man. I'm excited for everybody because this is going to be a fun year, for offense. It's going to be a good year.
Yeah, and I know a lot of Titans fans and media still trying to figure out, like, is Will Levis this guy? He took over the reins for Tannehill last year after injury, then kind of held on to it by his play. So there's still some question marks up there, even though a lot of Titans fans are excited about the potential of Will Levis. What are some things from the inside that you see working with him on a daily basis that makes you excited of the leadership that he can be and the potential he can be here for possibly being a franchise QB for us?
Yeah, dude. Will, so when I first got here, we were actually rooming together in the hotel, before camp and OTAs and all that. And he's about his business as goofy and as silly as he sometimes may seem on Instagram or whatever. He handles his business day in and day out, man. It's fun to watch him. He's so intense when he does things. You kind of don't know what he's thinking sometimes, but it's going, man. And he's an intense person, and I don't think there's anybody better to run the Titans and then offense than Will, dude. He's a baller, man, and all things considered, he has that same chip on his shoulder where people were talking down on him about the whole draft, whatever. Who cares about all that, dude? Look what he did, in the limited amount of playing he got last year, so Titans fans should be definitely excited about him, and especially with he has a whole new arsenal of weapons, and he has it's just going to be it's going to be really fun for him. And I talked to him today. He put up a picture on Instagram, the story of hardest picture in college, and there's two pictures of him hurdling the dude, one Louisville, one Arkansas. I don't know who they were, but I was like I sent a fire emoji, whatever, on Instagram. I was like, bro, keep your feet on the ground, though, bro. Like, let's not hurt on nobody or nothing like that, man. Let's choose our battles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Those pictures, and then the picture of him folding Jalen Ramsey in that Miami game. Oh my God, those are lovely pictures to have with Titans fans. I was like, damn, he really folded Jalen Ramsey like a lawn chair right now. Hey. Oh my God.
Man, now the one he had against the Colts when he did that little 360 helicopter in there, I was like, bro, this dude is crazy.
I think I don't remember what game it was, but he took that fumble, and advanced it and everything. Like, dude,
that was the Colts game, I believe.
Yeah, that was a Colts game too.
He's a baller, man. He's definitely someone that we should all be excited to watch play. No matter what kind of fan you are. I mean, Will, he's good for the game, man. He brings a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
So let me ask you this, Colton. We just mentioned the Miami game or whatnot, the whole comeback thing or whatever. What was your reaction to, all that going on, when y'all went down 13, 14 points to the time that you took the lead towards the end of the game?
Yeah. No, dude, that was a freaking that was a roller coaster of a game, and what a game that was, actually, dude. Just sitting back and thinking about it, dude, that was one of the best games that I've ever been a part of. And I played a small part. I mean, I was a gunner, kickoff, special teams. I did sneak in on offense a couple times, the last little parts of the drive. Talk about nervous. I mean, I was ready to go, man, but I knew how big the moment was too, so I was like, oh, whatever. But it was just amazing, just the true grit. And I think that game alone really was the epitome of what Mike Vrabel's Tennessee Titans were about. Grit, never give up. We're gonna keep throwing haymakers until one of us gets knocked out. And I think we can take that same intensity, which we will, and apply it, even tomorrow as we get ready for OTAs and different things, man. Like that was one of those moments that I always remember. Like, this is what it means to not give up, even though you technically don't have a shot. Don't ever give up, because you never know what's gonna happen. So it was really cool to be able to be a firsthand witness and see grown men fighting for each other, in a controlled situation. That was pretty sick. It was pretty awesome.
So I'll say this, so with the new coaching staff, man. So how do you feel about Brian? I know you guys haven't get a chance to really just be around Brian Callahan too much, but like for what you've been around him, or as like what kind of opinion have you got of him?
Yeah, Coach Callahan, he's awesome, dude. Anytime somebody asks me about who or what they are, what it's like, I typically say, like, dude, they're phenomenal teachers, dude. I'm learning things about offense that I didn't really think I would want to learn. Things are intriguing me now that I had no part of. It used to be just give me the routes and I'll run the route and you throw the ball to me maybe. But now I'm like, okay, so quarterback's reading that side first. That means this side has more time to get open, this, that, and the third. And they're just explaining quarterback reads, how they're reading it, different things that could happen in a defense that would change our route or change our play. They're great teachers, and they motivate us without having to necessarily yell, and there's not a lot of rah-rah going on. We're just all, I don't know how they do it. We're just all motivated for one goal right now, and I think he's created a great staff, and I'm super excited to eventually get the opportunity to work with him, and on the field and a more in-depth level. Excuse me. Excuse me. But no, dude, it's been a great time so far. Like I said, I've learned a lot, and Bill Callahan too. His dad, smart man, dude. Every morning we do a little whatever install or whatever, and he'll install a run game, cool as a cucumber, man. And he's just spitting out knowledge, and so casually too. Like he'll say something that's just, it seems to me, small mind here, but it seems so profound, and he's just casually throwing it out there. I'm like, oh, dude, that's why that play works the way it does, because this, and just the amount of knowledge that they have, man, is invaluable. And they're really good at getting that knowledge out there to you. So they're good motivators, they're good teachers, man. And honestly, it's a joy to go into work every day. So I'm super excited about them.
Yeah,
so I'll go ahead.
That's something I noticed too. Like, 'cause like this new coaching staff came in, some names came in that you didn't necessarily know about. Like Nick Colts was one of them, but then he had that presser and he starts talking about offense and breaking stuff down. I was like, oh shit, I could listen to this dude talk about football all day. Same thing with Denard Wilson. He gets up there, the presser, he starts talking football. It's just entertaining. I'm ears all day. I'll just whatever you got to say, because it's just the way he expresses it with so much passion, and then you can tell that he knows they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's good to know something, but it's even better knowing how to get it to resonate with a bunch of group of people that all are different too. So that's been the highlight thing, because I've heard that from a multiple of people inside, is that he knows what he's doing, but not only does he know what he's doing, he knows how to teach and get it to resonate with other players. So that's what's been exciting too. So you can know what you want to know all you want, but if you don't know how to teach it and get people to execute what you want, articulate what you want, nothing's ever going to come to plan. And Brian seems to be very good at that, and his coaching staff.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, man. You hit the nail on the head.
So I was gonna ask you about. So we whipped out the new Oiler uniforms, man, last year, man. I know, man, them mugs was fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So how did it feel to rock the historic Love Your Blue uniforms,
man? So what game? The first game they won was the Falcons. I'm pretty sure.
The Falcons, yeah. That was
yeah. So I was inactive that game, dude. I saw it because when you're inactive in the NFL, you still get like your shoulder pads and everything still in your locker. Everything's ready to go. So you walk in that day and you don't necessarily know you're inactive. And so I walk in, I see the Oiler jersey. I'm like, dude, there's no way that they're gonna have me inactive this game, man. Come on. So I ended up being inactive. Whatever, it is what it is. But the next time we played them, I can't remember what team it was.
I think it was the Texans, right?
Unfortunately, the Texans.
Unfortunately, the
that
Texans.
game sucked.
I was able to wear it that game, but no, dude, it was awesome wearing those jerseys, dude. they're the cleanest freaking jerseys in the NFL. Yeah,
I tell folks, bro, them was hard.
They're so tough. They're so tough. And you know, I mean the Kelly Green with the Eagles and the cream soda, whatever, with the Bucks. Those are really cool, but bro, you can't beat that baby blue, man. That love you blue.
That's undefeated, man.
You can't, and then you pair that with the red gloves and the red cleats, and dude, it's just whoa. It's like, man, I'd pay to go to the game just to see the uniforms. You know what I'm saying? Like, them things are sick.
I was talking to Titan fans. I'm like, man, at this point, man, you can shoot this up to Miss Amy if you can, man. But if we can mix the Titan uniforms with them Oiler junks, man, that'll be fine, bro. Or they just be off plain color like that Columbia blue, man. That was nice.
So you inactive for the first Oilers, but what was it like for that Oilers day, having a bunch of those Oilers greats come there and a bunch of old Titans come in there for that Oilers day? What was it like having so many of the Titans and Oilers history there in that locker room?
Yeah, it was insane. I remember Earl Campbell was on the field one game. It might not have been the Oilers game, but no, it's crazy seeing those greats walk through. I really want to see Chris Johnson. That was my dude.
Oh, yeah.
I really want to see CJ 2K. Like, I want him to come back and I want to have a conversation with him. But seeing them older players like Billy White Shoes and all of them, it was really cool because they were right where I was at. All them years ago, man. They went through the same struggles. Maybe not the same struggles because the league was kind of. You ain't had no NFLPA back then. They was 2-a-days, you know what I'm saying? But no, they're a different brand of people, but they have that same knowledge, that same warrior spirit. That's like, they want to win, they want to compete regardless of what it is. And you guys know the dance Billy Bounce, like the Billy Bounce dance.
No, I don't think I know that.
It's Billy White Shoes touchdown.
Okay, the funky chicken.
Yeah. And bro, like the Billy Bounce in pop culture came from him, bro. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't realize how much came from that dance. Like, they said he was really the first person to get in and score a touchdown and do a dance. And like everybody started doing touchdown dances after that.
He's a godfather of touchdown celebrations for sure. Yeah. And but it's really cool seeing those greats, man. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Okay, so now, Colton, we're gonna talk about one of your former teammates and Titans great as well. I mean, we might as well give it to him right now. I mean, you see him right here on the wall, man. Derrick Henry. Talk about that last game at Nissan Stadium or whatnot. Watching. Derrick Henry, who, you done seen all these years put in work for the Titans. And just, talk about your feelings when, he was giving his speech or whatnot after the game.
Yeah, Derrick, he's an all-time dude, man. I didn't have too many just conversations with him, but the ones I did have, I felt enriched afterwards. So, his words and his comments and honestly his corrections too, because there's a couple of times in practice where he's like, "Hey, bro, come on, this is your blade, you gotta block him, this, that, and the third." I took those and I put those all in my back pocket, man, because those conversations are. I mean, I'm talking to Derrick Henry, dude. He's a future Hall of Famer. Like, what he says matters. And just watching him play that last game, we didn't know for sure if he was going to be gone or not. But when he gave that speech, it was the writing was on the wall. It was bittersweet. I was just glad I got to spend just a fraction of time with Derrick and seeing how he works, seeing his routine, seeing how seriously he takes this sport, and his job and that great work ethic he has. It took him to a Hall of Fame career. So it was definitely bittersweet, man. I hated to see Derrick go, but I know wherever he goes, he's gonna be fine. he's gonna stiff arm somebody, make them turn around and block their own team.
Sure.
He's gonna do something. You know, he's gonna be fine. So no, I'm excited to watch him up there in Baltimore, and you know, I wish nothing but the best for Derek always.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this before we toss it back over to Firestone, man. You was talking about, you know, just taking certain parts of your teammates' game or whatnot, and putting it into your repertoire. You gonna be putting that stiff arm into your repertoire?
Nah, man. I was talking to RJ and Firestone earlier, man. Like, there's certain people, man, that's them. That's God gave it to him. He didn't give it to me. That's him. I don't think nobody's gonna have that powerful of a stiff arm anytime soon, man. I mean, Derek used to have people looking like fools out there, dog. Still does. Like, he just, I mean, if you could take a grown man and throw him 3-4 yards, I mean, you can't train for that. You can't. There's not the drill in the world that can give you that, bro.
Man, my favorite one, man, I'm telling you, man, was that one in the playoff game against Baltimore where he turned dude into a lead blocker, bro. That was funny.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was actually in Opry Mills at one of the restaurants in there when that happened. We went to Dave & Buster's or something like that.
Yeah.
And bro, we were watching that playoff game, and I was like, "Hey, no way, this man he turned Earl Thomas into a lead blocker."
Yeah.
How does that work?
And especially after your comment, you sit there, oh, they just don't want to tackle him. He's easy to tackle. They just don't want to tackle him. They're making business decisions. And then he turns you around. It's like, man, block for me now.
Man, you can tell he takes advantage of that split second of uncertainty. He took advantage of every single one of them, man. And dude, he made a craft out of that, dude. When they won the 99-yard run for Jacksonville, like when there like 5 farms in there,
they couldn't tackle him, man. They couldn't tackle him, man. It was
really.
Then you get to like the third quarter, you exhausted. You got to tackle that big dude, man. You know,
Derek, he's a freaking train, man. It's hard to stop a train, right?
Yeah, I hate that he going to Baltimore though, because we just don't like Baltimore. I
don't like Baltimore too much either. But let me take that back. I'm not a fan of Baltimore, but you know what I'm saying.
We won't clip that.
I
you ain't gotta worry about it.
I got you, just in case.
Yeah, gotta check all the boxes, man. You gotta make sure
we talked about it a little bit. You look up to certain people, and certain people just have it. But who are some of the wide receivers you looked up that you try to emulate your game after and actually study and just try to be like, looking up and growing up as a young wide receiver, and even now?
So Santonio Holmes, he started it off for me. Just the way he was able to control his body, dude, it was insane. I remember, I know they're fake, but the pick me's, the NFL, you guys know what I'm talking about? The fantasy football pick me. They do some crazy stuff and they say pick me afterwards. Santonio Holmes, he had the only one that to me was believable. And he caught the ball and he's sitting on a tightrope. And I was like, bro, he could probably really do that. So like that's not even fake. But watching him, and then freaking like dude, just Nate Washington and Mike Wallace was one of the ones I can remember having an effect on me. And when he was with the Steelers, I mean, let's see. In college, I like to watch old Randy Moss film. I wasn't trying to emulate him. Just the way he got down and the way he was able to catch those vertical balls. It was, the same thing with Santonio. That body control is insane. And I want to say there was a clip of Keenan Allen. McLaurin. Scary Terry.
Yeah, Scary Terry.
He had that crazy over the shoulder catch. The ball was behind his eyes and everything. He caught it. So he had that catch a couple years ago, and I was like, dude, I can put that in my game. Like that's just hand-eye coordination. I can do that. And dude, if you go back and you watch any of the deep balls I caught in college, they were all just right here. Like you can cut the plays up and play them, and it looks like the same catch over and over again. But that's just how I trained. Like that's just how I wanted to catch the ball, and it was working for me. So McLaurin had a big he had a big influence on how I attack deep balls and tracking the ball, different drills I could use to track the ball, because a quarterback, I mean, that's the only place where a DB can't get you, right there. So if I can maximize that play every single time, and I can catch about 70% of the other contested catches, I mean, I'm good. I'm sitting probably around 85, 90% completion rate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and that tracking the ball ain't easy neither. So you get that down, like you said, you're giving your QB an extra target that's hard for DBs to actually defend.
Yeah, you get past them, and I mean, there's nothing but open space out there. So I mean, I've just put different things like that in my bag, man. And honestly, just watching different, like Julio Jones, he had a Waffle House tape on YouTube, always open, and just watching that tape was, I mean, it motivated me. I'd watch it at 10 o'clock at night. I'd watch it at 6 o'clock in the morning. It motivates you to see somebody perform at such a high level, doing their thing, doing the thing that God put them here for at such a high level was is just really, really crazy to me. And the way that they're able to build their abilities is awesome. And now I'm able to take part in that too. So it's just a full circle moment for me.
Yeah,
nice. When you recover from your ACL injury, Colton, who are some guys you looking to work with this off season, man?
So we got OTAs or whatever. I'm not running right now, but I'm still able to watch Calvin and D Hop and honestly Kyle and Nick and all them guys running the routes. But the main person that I'm gonna to try to emulate is when I'm back is probably Nick Westbrook. He's got that utility. He can do whatever needs to be done. Nick can do it, and he didn't create a position for himself because Nick's very talented and he'd be on any roster, but he made himself invaluable. He knows too much. You know what I'm saying? You get to the CIA and you get to that level and you know too much, they can't let you go or they gotta kill you. And that's kind of what Nick is. He just knows too much, and if I can become that cerebral of a player, with my physical talent, I feel like nothing can really stop me besides unfortunate accidents. You know what I'm saying? So
right, it's just about doing your job whenever you get the opportunity to get out there on that field, man. And Nick has definitely done that throughout his career, man. And honest to God, truth, man, when they picked you up or whatnot, I thought about NWI too, man. I said he could be our NWI or better later on down the line.
Yeah. So
coming into the NFL too, like as a young guy, what was one of the biggest things or the biggest hurdles or culture shocks for you from transitioning from college to NFL?
It was definitely the installation pace, man. We put NFL, dude, it's a big playbook, and it kind of my eyes kind of got too big for what I needed to be doing. And just that learning curve was probably the biggest thing that kind of hindered me last year. I wouldn't say hindered me because I don't think I was hindered at all, but it was one of the harder things to do because I came from an offense where everything's signaled in, and you kind of know your signals, what means what to you, and having to study a playbook was one of the harder things for me to do because I usually I just pick up on things naturally, but when you have to study and really learn the ins and outs, and you got to know it like the back of your hand, that's the hardest thing for a rookie to do is get in there and learn everything. So I would definitely say just learning and being able to, maximize my time away from the field was a big one as well.
All right. So I got a question for you. It's a little bit off topic, but Drake or Kendrick, man? Drake or who won, man? Drake or Kendrick, man?
You know what? I've only listened to them a couple of times each, but just based off the Ghost Rider fact, I'm gonna give it to Kendrick, man. That's what you hear from Kendrick is all Kendrick. Like that's Kendrick Lamar speaking. And then with Drake, he's got the producer tag and everything on there, but you really don't know how much he wrote, how quick-witted he is truly. So, you know, and, you know, Drake's an industry guy, and I don't like the industry. You know what I'm saying? I like people doing their own things, being independent, and you know, really grinding and, you know, seeing the fruits of their hard work. So I think I'm gonna give it to Kendrick, man. What's the
light
last
skinned
song?
guy, man? Dang, man. No,
That's crazy.
I'm just messing around, man. You know me. I'm Team Drake, bro. But hey, that Kendrick did his thing in that battle, man. I give him his props, man. He snapped off.
And the thing too is, man, as far as music industry beef goes, dude, the only thing they did for each other was make each other more money. You know what I'm saying? So there's really no loser when he comes down to it, man. But Kendrick, man, what's the second song he sent out? He sent Like That, and then
the Euphoria.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. They're not like us, man. They're not like us. That's hard. That was blasted.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think Drake just lost me when he did the AI rebuttal beef thing. That I was like, bro, no, we don't. We want to hear you. We want to hear something back. We don't want AI.
Creative though, man. Y'all can't act like that.
Yeah, it was fun though, man. I can't.
That man had Tupac and Snoop talking to Kendrick, bro. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty creative, man.
Having a close right.
So, Colton, who are some of your favorite artists?
Yeah,
favorite artists. So, I mean, of course, I like Future. You can't go wrong with Future, man. But honestly, hey, I can't lie to you, man. I'm more of an indie type guy. I like
talk to me.
A little bit of Cage the Elephant, man. I listen to the Black Keys. You know, Red Clay Strays. That's a new indie country band coming out. And then there's this one artist out of LA that I can listen to sometimes, but sometimes I can't. His name's L.A. Russell.
Yeah.
He's pretty. He's got a good flow to him. But I like I said, man, I like listening to people that are really, you know, they got motivation besides money to make the music. You know what I'm saying? And like people like the Red Clay Strays, like they get it out the mud, man. They don't have nobody in their corner. They don't have no big name helping them out. So I like to support those guys and just, you know, people that I know put in work. When you get to the industry, man, I can't get behind them. But I mean, I like someone like Polo G. I like Polo G. You know, Roddy Ricch. Some of my favorite. I like those style of rappers. You know, I'm kind of everywhere when it comes to my musical taste.
Okay, so give me your top 3 songs on game day that you got to listen to before you touch the field.
All right, I'll give you my top 3. I'll give you my top 3. Yeah. I'll give you my top 3. That's usually anything artists playing on the jukebox, honestly. So I'll give you some artists. So I'll give you Boss Man D-Lo.
Yeah, hey, get in with me.
Yeah.
Big Zah.
Yeah, I give you some Big X, The Plug, man. I mean those songs are just so high paced and I'm not gonna say they're rapping about nonsense, but it's just enough to, you know.
It's that energy.
You gotta listen to something before you go out there.
No doubt. But in college actually, I tried something out my senior year and it helped me. It actually worked for me. I tried listening to classical music. You know what I'm saying? Some Vivaldi, man. And, just because I used to work myself up because I knew in the role I had in college that, you know, I was going to be a big part of the game plan. So I had to bring myself down and, you know, kind of calm myself and wipe out all that noise. So I keep it kind of chill for the game, man. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta I catch a vibe, then I go out there and play. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Well, I guess y'all got anything else, RJ, Firestone?
I'm out, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I could pick his brain all day, but I don't want to hold him too long. I know he got stuff to do.
Yeah, man, we got
to not, you know, pick his brain anymore. Let him be with that.
Nah, man, this was a joy, man. You guys are freaking. You guys are pretty cool, man. This was fun, and I appreciate you guys for the opportunity, man. This was sick.
Oh,
we
for sure,
appreciate you
man.
coming
For
on,
sure.
man.
Hopefully you
Hey.
can join us again in the future, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
Colton,
if I score that
Colton.
touchdown, man, I'll hop back on and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm
For
finna
sure,
say.
man.
Hey, so Cole, when you score your first touchdown, make sure you have your dance ready because we gonna put it on here, man. Make sure you have that dance ready, man. I need a good end zone dance, bro.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
man.
I have something for you.
All right, most definitely.
But yeah, man. Marako, you want us to run through these little sponsorships real quick, and then we'll run out.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pay these bills real quick, man. This episode has been brought to you by LionsDenBeerCollection.com. Go over there, get you some of them good beer products like Firestone or Colton. I don't know if you trying to grow you a beard or whatever, but Lions Den Beer Collection. Oh, I see you up over there, goatee. LionsDenBeerCollection.com. They got you, man. Use the promo code Coliseum to get 25% off. And also make sure you get some of that Sunny Smiles coffee in your life, man. SunnySmilesCoffee.com. Premium freshly roasted coffee, free shipping on all U.S. orders. Hit us up on the Titans Colosseum website at TitansColosseum.com. Never miss a live show, press articles, or breaking news, holler at us, watch the show to stay in tune with any future giveaways. And what else we got? Let Red cook, man. Hey, man. It's his second year. It's Titans GM, man, and he consistently whipping up, man. So, hey, let Red cook. You can go to our website, TitansColosseum.com, and get that T-shirt, man. Romel, pop your shit, my boy.
Hey, man, you already know, man. You heard the intro, man. I know you liked it, man. So, like I said, go on any streaming platform, Apple Music, you know what I'm saying, Spotify, anywhere, man. Go to Romel's, type in the game, man, and stuff, man. Make sure you click that artist tab. Check out the rest of the stuff that I got, most definitely.
For sure, for sure. And make sure you go and join the Two-Tone Militia group over on Facebook, man. I mean, they got some cool ass admins in there, man. They gonna keep it funky with you at all times, man. You can go in there, talk two-tone business with them. Don't have to worry about any extra foolishness. And if you run across any extra foolishness, they gonna take care of it right then and there, man. So y'all make sure to head over to Two-Tone Militia over on Facebook.
Man, Cole, we gotta get you one of these Let Rain cooks out there so you can show
most
up.
definitely.
Yeah, I need one.
Definitely.
I'm about to go to y'all's website and give me one.
No,
yeah.
We most definitely get you one, man. We can get you hooked up, man. Get you suited and booted, man. Going into the season, man. Get you that first touchdown, man. Hopefully you'll walk away with a game ball and come back to the Coliseum and chop it up with us, man.
No doubt. That sounds like a plan, man. That sounds like a good plan.
Yes, most definitely, man. I'm definitely hit you up, man. As soon as you score that TD on you, as soon as you get back to your phone, you're gonna have RJ.
Cool down.
Hey, man. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man. We speedy recovery with that knee, man. We're sitting here rooting for you.
Man, I appreciate y'all boys, man. For real. This was a great time, man. I feel like I just chopped it up with my boys, man, back home. So hey, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the opportunity. Stay blessed, man.
For sure. Well, hey, everybody out there, man, y'all make sure, have a great weekend, stay safe, and tighten up. Let's go.